Hello everyone, and welcome to the video. Today I will be breaking down Raid Shadow Legends to see if it's actually a bad game or if it was just a target of unnecessary hate. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The game starts you off in a dungeon with a team of level 60 heroes. Right after that, you are faced against a severely underleveled enemy, which you will most likely beat in a couple of seconds. This gives you a false sense of security. Your heroes look for some treasure, but you find yourself in front of a red dragon. It then eats your archer, Elhain, and then destroys the rest of your team, which leaves you confused. But it is resolved in a semi-interesting way to revive one of your heroes, by having your guide revive the hero of your choosing. The text tutorials are what you'd expect. It explains the menus and the gameplay, though there isn't much game mechanics to explain. The text tutorials walk you through the first couple battles, as well as how to equip and make use of the equipment you earn on your adventures. They are helped by dialogue that has voice acting, which keeps it interesting, but still can feel boring at times. But to be fair, it's hard to make a text tutorial that isn't boring. The gameplay is a turn-based combat system, similar to games such as Final Fantasy, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and Pokemon. Really any of them, but for example Scarlet and Violet. Early in the game, it has you progressing through a tower of levels. Each one unlocks the next with a higher difficulty level. The first tower is easy as you'd expect, but it still gives you a chance to work out some strategy. The strategy is simple. You usually have 2 to 3 abilities to choose from. The stronger abilities usually take a couple of turns to recharge. Other than this, the strategy is relatively bare bones, which helps with the learning curve but can make it boring at times. Heroes or champions is where Raid shines. There's a massive amount of variety of heroes for different playstyles. On top of that, each hero has slots for armor and equipment to give them buffs, change their stats, and change up your playstyle every so often. It can help to change your armor out before battle if you're anticipating a certain type of enemy. Graphics are customizable, but don't look too bad or good on any setting. The textures are good, but can get worse on lower settings. Lag is not too bad. I did notice there was stuttering even on low, but this is most likely due to me playing on BlueStacks with OBS recording in the background, but still something you should keep in mind when playing. Since this is a mobile game, it has in-app purchases. Luckily, it does not seem to hinder the gameplay for free-to-play players. It can be a little annoying how much it gets pushed in your face in the form of pop-ups, but overall it didn't affect my experience. And I would not say it's a pay-to-win game, since it's mostly single-player. There is PvE and PvP, but I haven't tried them. Okay, here's some just other thoughts that didn't really fit in, but I'll add now. From what I've played, there are no forced advertisements, which is always a good thing in mobile games. It's kind of rare to find now, but that's most likely because there's microtransactions. But one thing you'll notice, there's a heavily encouraged recruiting system. which is not just for this game. I've seen other games do it too, but you basically they're rewarding you for sending invites to your, say, your friends or other people to play the game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it is kind of similar to something like a pyramid scheme, but for it doesn't force you to do this, so I'm neutral on the subject for now, but something to keep in mind. Okay, now it's time for the some closing thoughts. Even though Raid Shadow Legends does get a bad rap, and it doesn't really deserve it, it's not a bad game. It has decent gameplay with a variety of characters. The in-app purchases and recruiting system are prominently there, but definitely can be ignored. Yeah, it has good variety of heroes, playstyles. Oh, the graphics can look really nice if you turn them up. Um, Overall, it is a good game, but like many, it has its flaws. If you can look past them, I believe you'll have a great time and you won't regret it.